Seth, you've been doing workers' comp a long time, and I want you very briefly to tell us about an interesting case, one you think the listeners are going to want to hear about.
Okay, given the nature of this show, I have an interesting case.
Please.
So I represented a man about 15 years ago. He worked at a pharmacy in West Hollywood, and he had worked as an adult male film star.
Not Remus Helms.
Not Remus Helms, but same train of thought here. And he was recognized by his coworkers and constantly harassed at work because of his past. Anyhow, he had other medical issues. It turned out he had a seizure while at work. And when he had the seizure, he struck his shoulder and his head up against one of the desks at work and then fell to the ground. And so we filed a claim for him regarding his shoulder. And additionally, one of my colleagues, before I knew you, took on his civil case against the employer for the discrimination and the hostile work environment. And a big difference between workers' comp and civil was that they followed him. The insurance companies followed him. The civil insurance companies followed him. They followed him to
surveillance.
They did surveillance at an adult sex convention in Vegas, and they caught him, or they got footage of him using his shoulder and his arm in a way that would otherwise have been impossible considering the injury.
Now, with this surveillance, was this videoed?
Yeah, they had video of him basically dancing in a cage above the floor.
Oh.
And some of that evidence turned out to be pretty...
That could be played at the workers' comp trial, I guess.
It could. I think the difference between workers' comp and civil was workers' comp is a little bit more collegial, not as rough in terms of litigation. And the civil case was dismissed, but I was able to, because some of the factors in workers' compensation unrelated to the film, I was able to generate a recovery for him, but because it's a different standard.
Well, that's good.